If you have a yoga mat, place your yoga mat down on the floor and make your way onto your hands and your knees. You want to have your hands directly underneath your shoulders. If you have any wrist issues or any carpal tunnel, you can stack your hands with your knuckles in contact with the floor, making a fist so that your wrist is nice and neutral. Otherwise, you can have your hands down flat on the ground, or you can also roll up the front of your yoga mat and create a little bit of a ramp for the wrist region, whatever works for you. And then have your knees about hip width apart. Have the knees directly underneath the hips. If you also need to pad your knees, you can do so here. It's called quadruped because you have your hands and knees in contact with the floor. And the purpose of doing this cat-cow pose is to help get a little bit more motion and movement off of your spine. So if you spend a lot of time in a seated position, or if you're in a static position, those muscles start to tighten up on you. And we want to create a little bit more movement and flow to those stiff areas. So we're going to start in this position of a nice neutral spine. But now I want you to think about arching your spine up to the ceiling, like an angry cat. Really think about doming your spine up as if you're going to press the back of your spine up into the ceiling as much as possible, rounding up, really round as much as possible. And as you do so, your chin is going to go towards the floor. Imagine you have a string attached from your nose to your pubic bone, and you want to shorten that string between your nose and your pubic bone. And then as we start to lengthen, we're dipping the belly button down to the floor, sending our chest forward to the front of the yoga mat. And your gaze will come up. Again, we want to stay wrinkle-free on the back of your neck. Imagine you're pulling your heart forward through the arms. And we're going to reverse the direction, sending your chin towards your pubic bone, again, arching up. Really reaching. Imagine you're going to press your spine up as high as possible. And then when you're ready, slowly soften through the belly button, letting your belly button be pulled down towards the floor, letting your chest come up into an extension position. You can do this with your eyes opened or closed, whatever feels better for you. And keep going back and forth between this position of arching up and then dipping the belly button down. And start to incorporate this motion with the breath. So if it feels more comfortable for you to dome up on an inhale or an exhale, do what feels better for you. Just start to think about using your breath. Do a few more in this position. And when you're ready, come back up, press yourself up to a seated position. And thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also check out our other videos we have posted on our YouTube channel. Until we meet again, take care.